we always have to practice in both directions. Right? So we have our shell stroke style leaf coming over in that way to create one angel wing. And then you're creating the other one on the other side. So to me, you have to practice both directions. And there's always going to be one that's easier than the other. One you have to maybe lean over a little bit more so you can actually see over your edge, right? And pay attention to what's going on. Right? And then your vein is going to come through the middle here. Right? So then we can start putting little markers there if you want. So that you can create your heart-shaped leaf in the middle. And then I did an oops. So I have to come a little closer to that stem. And then I'm going to do that again. And then now I can't see that as much. There's not as much definition. Yeah, you can let that go. But then you can also come over and grab just a little bit more of a darker color for this front one. Right? And add just a little bit more depth. Make it pop out a little bit more. Okay. Or keep this as your main color gradient. And then have your lightest and your darkest area that you can come in 4 color load. Okay, so see, it's just a little pop-up. I'm not doing any major blending back and forth in these areas. This is my main blending area. Then I'm just popping up a little bit more color. You needed to lighten up that center a little bit more. Always add a little bit more white into the yellow. See how that's a little bit more brighter now than the other side? And you come up here on your chisel and slide your vein right through. That kind of help you guys with your grapevine leaves? Yeah, definitely. We can create new colors and also add extra dimension, right? I could have used that darker green and just darkened this 100%. Like, you know, I could have definitely just come in here to get a deeper blend of this color, but then you'll end up with 2 colors, right? So a lot of times when I keep blending in these colors, sometimes your brush gets a little bit over blended and it's too dark and you don't see those extremes. I'll actually just stick my fingers right into the plate and wipe it out on a towel. And then also what I like to do too to keep the focus of this green is wipe out on a towel. You're going to come in with these fresh colors every time to keep this true to this color gradient. Then pop up behind it and in front of it, and then you'll get that consistent color of the classic green in there, because the sap will definitely take over the classic green in your blending pile, and then you'll end up getting just a darker version of your classic green, and then it'll be just it'll be still beautiful, I'm sure, but I'm just saying that if you really want to have the focus of all those 4 colors into your stroke, you have to have 2 colors main, your focus of your blending pile, and then pop-ups. Right, so you don't want to go too much here because then you end up painting your plate and you unload all this great paint. So it's just a small little area, and if you watch Donna now, she does a lot of this now, and she's flying 100%, you know, all over different colors in her projects. So you definitely, it's just little pop-ups. But if you're sitting here doing 100 leaves in practice, you know, after a while your blending pile does get a little bit too dirty and all over the place. So definitely try to keep that you know, to the side a little bit more. Make sure you have a lot of room in between your 2 puddles so it doesn't get too gloppy on you, because sometimes if we keep going right in there, you'll end up being just way too heavy. Right? So make sure that you have room between your puddles while you're practicing. Then when you start getting very confident and you're just changing a few colors here and there, then, you know, definitely it's easy to do these little side ones, right? Like you often see her do.